Hey, Coach. So today's a little bit of a special day, isn't it? Is today your birthday?
It is.
So happy birthday.
I'm 29 for the fourth time.
29 for the fourth time. That's awesome. That's a great. Are you 22?
I mean, I'm 32, but whatever.
I wasn't going to ask your age. I just figured you'd stay in the 20s.
I'm still young. I won't tell you anymore. In like 5 or 6 years, I'll probably stop telling. But
so happy birthday.
Thanks.
Choice meal today for you. Do you get anything that you want?
I probably should take myself. I hadn't thought about that. I probably should take myself out to lunch today. My wife's over in Mississippi doing some work on a work trip, and she'll be back, I think, tomorrow night. So
she won't know if you eat anything real bad.
True.
And it's your birthday.
That's
so
a good point. I know. I think she'd probably be okay with it if I did. Maybe I'll just eat like a pie for lunch or something.
What kind of pie? Like a whole pie, like a apple
Yeah.
pie?
I don't know. I have to think about it.
So, also, before we talk about the basketball team, I hear you like to play video games too. We were talking earlier this week. Are you a video game junkie?
I haven't played very much recently. I have a PS3 back. We still have our place in Waco that we haven't gotten rid of yet because the place we're in up here is really tiny, and so we just don't have room for all of our stuff. So we've still got basically like a very, very expensive storage unit back in Waco. And so big TVs down there and along with my PS3. And so I've got a little old PS2 up here that I'll play during the off season a little bit. But I like the Assassin's Creed games. Those are fun. The FIFA I like. I'm not really big on basketball games, to be honest, because a lot of times it winds up being the kind of basketball that I don't really like, where it's just one person dribbling and shooting the whole time. It's not I know they're probably getting better at it, but it's a little harder to, I like calling plays and all that stuff. It's a little harder to do that stuff in there. So I like FIFA. I'll play a little of football games, and like I said, I think Assassin's Creed is pretty fun.
And a good relaxing tool to get your mind off basketball. You want to go play basketball after you've been coaching it.
Yeah, I watch enough of it. So,
what's your favorite gaming system? Do you have one that you really, really like?
Probably the PlayStation. I've never really played the Xboxes or anything all that much, but probably the PS3. I haven't really played the PS4. I'm sure it's the same or better, but PS3 is one I'm most familiar with.
Streaming through it now and all that.
Yeah,
I haven't. A long ways from the original PlayStation.
It has, yeah. And I like doing more like the kind of Quest stuff, so I don't really do like the. I know a lot of people really like the online stuff with Call of Duty or Halo or whatever, where you're playing against other people. I'm not really into that. I just kind of like doing the
put on your headphones and start
missions. Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
So now we're gonna shift gears a little bit, and you have 2 games left at home this week, 3 in the season. You recognize 2 seniors on Saturday, Delia Hopkins and Caitlin Packett. Tell us a little bit about these players and what they've done here in the program.
Yeah, we're going to miss them for sure. I've really enjoyed getting to know them over the last 2 years that I've gotten to coach them. They've been fun. It's hard to transition to a new coach in the middle of your career, obviously, and and I feel bad that we're really in a rebuilding year this year. And I think, again, we've talked about that all year. We've got a lot of really good freshmen, but they're freshmen, and that's hard when you're an upperclassman to kind of have to go through. I know when I was in high school, we had a big time rebuild my junior year, and we were bad, and it was really hard to go through that. I was the only sophomore on varsity the year before, and then our JV had won one game when I came down and played with them and had 30 in the one game that they won. So that was the team that I was playing with, basically me, and there were three guys that were a year older than me that had played on varsity, and all of us kind of were 10 minutes a game, something like that. And so coming into that, so I felt bad for those guys that year too, where we had a rebuilding year their senior year. And so that's what Packett and Delia are kind of having to go through this year. But their attitudes have been good this year. I said in spite of our struggles, they've been good. Taking some of the younger players under their wing and pulling them aside, during practices or outside of practice to kind of mentor them and help them a lot. I think they understand that the program is bigger than any of us, and we want to try to leave a legacy of whether it's for the players or for me as a coach, for when we're gone, that we made things better and help the program get to where we want it to be. And so the investments that they make in the players, I think, has been important.
Before I move on, I had a friend, John Hogendorn, and check in and say hello. And Brad Mashburn, hello. Thanks for following us on the Facebook Live here. Talking to Edsel Hamilton, women's basketball coach. Your freshmen, they keep growing up each game. The UT Tyler game was just kind of pushed that aside, but this last week, Laterno on Saturday, Louisiana College on Monday night. played with them the entire game. Came down to a little bit of things in the fourth quarter, but this team is starting to mature real quick with a few games left and really getting ready and geared for next year.
Yeah, and I think again, I know our results haven't been good at all, and if you just look at stats and wins and losses and stuff, it looks bad. But I think if for the people that are actually watching our games, and I think our boys players have gotten to see us play a lot this year, at least for parts of games. We're looking better. We're getting closer to playing the way that I want to play, where we have a lot of possessions where we look really good offensively. We pass the ball around a lot. We're moving. We execute we have a lot of plays and we have a lot of offenses, and that's I probably threw too much at them early in the year and had them thinking too much. But I think now later in the season they have a better feel for what we're trying to get out of all the different things that we're doing, and they really have been sharing the ball well. And unfortunately, we'll look great passing the ball around for 15 seconds and then miss a shot or something, or we run some great offense and then one pass is just a little bit off the mark and it's a turnover. So I think we're doing some really good things, and then defensively as well. I think they're starting to get better at kind of understanding the intensity that they have to play with the whole time, and then about rotations and remembering personnel scouting reports and things like that. They've really gotten better at that down the stretch here this year. So I say we're improving, and they're going to be fun to watch in the years to come.
You also did something on Saturday for ETBU. You did Samaritans Feet. As a couple other SIDs are chiming in on Facebook Live. Nathan from University of Dallas and Danny from Pacific. And Danny knew that we were doing Samaritans Feet. Talk a little about Saturday coaching barefoot. Have you ever done anything like that before?
No, I thought it was really cool. I was just appreciative of the opportunity that we had just to help in any little way that we could. I think one of our students was the one that kind of suggested that. And so I'd seen some other coaches do it before at the Division I level. I think Ron Hunter at Georgia State was the first guy that I remember seeing do it. And so I thought it was a cool thing just to kind of bring some awareness to the situation, because we take those things for granted. It's, people say their prayers and things, and how many times do you actually stop and thank God that I have shoes on my feet, or, roof over my head, or clean water to drink, and all those sorts of things. So things that we take for granted, and not everybody has those things. And so I think any little thing that we could do to try to raise awareness and raise a little money, to help that little group of kids out that they had picked out, I think is awesome. And I'm just happy to be a part of it.
What ETBU is doing is they're doing partner with Samaritans Feet for about 65 elementary school children here in East Texas and Marshall, getting them shoes and socks that we'll give to them in April. We're about $300 to $400 short. We raised about $300 over the weekend. We had another donation coming in that's $250. Once we deposit what we have and get that donation, it'll put us about $1,250, $1,300. So we still need about $300 raised. If you'd like to donate, you can go to, I believe it's goetbutigers.com. Also on our Facebook page, Go ETBU Tigers. It's pinned at the top there. We can go to our CrowdRise page and donate. So, Coach, one last question. Ozarks, Texas Dallas coming. You've seen Ozarks. You've seen both teams before. Second round play in American Southwest Conference East Division. They're going to be coming with a chip on their shoulders. You picked up a win there in Arkansas, and then Texas Dallas is just one of those teams, the top tier team in the conference. What do you expect to see them coming this time, second time around?
Well, I think at this point in the season, it's hard to make drastic adjustments, because you are what you are, and you've kind of decided how you want to play offensively and defensively, and you're kind of bedded in that, So I don't expect any huge adjustments to playing style. There's going to be probably some minor adjustments, but if I'm Ozarks thinking about that game, I'm thinking that we kind of let one get away. We know we played well. Our kids played really hard. They made some big plays late. We made some big shots. Obviously, Jade with the game winner there, and Hannah Holt and Brittany and Packett had hit some big threes there in the second half for us as well. I would be looking at the box score saying, well, ETBU went 10 for 30 from three in that game, and they never shoot that many threes, and it was a little bit of an anomaly in that sense. But we made the plays that we needed to make to win, and we've had a lot of games this year where we haven't caught breaks with balls bouncing our way, and we did in that game. So I think they're probably going to play the way that they normally play. They're a totally different type of team than the team we played Monday night against Louisiana College that pressured a lot. Ozarks doesn't pressure as much, and we did a good job of taking care of the ball that game. We made some shots, so hopefully we can do the same thing on Thursday night. They're in a situation that we were in last year where we went up there knowing that we had to win to get in, and obviously we were in the driver's seat at that point, and they're coming from behind because I think they're still a game behind Louisiana College right now to try to get in, but they got to win to even have a chance to get in. So, you're going to be playing a desperate team, and so I think if we play hard, and again, we're worried about doing things the right way and competing the whole time we're out there, I think we do that, we'll be fine. And then, but obviously, like having beat them before is going to be good to give our kids some confidence going into the game. And then, Dallas on Saturday, they've been the best team in the league this season. They're really good. They're hard to play against, but we played really well against them the first time we played them. We competed with them there in the first half. We started off the game really well. They're a team that can really kind of shock you at the beginning with their intensity just because they play so hard all the time. And I thought we did so good the first time we played them of matching that right from the start of the game. We really, really competed with them and played. We didn't get outworked in that game, and that was something that I was a little concerned about. But I think the kids will be feeling good going into that game as well. So, but that one obviously is going to be more about having a good day for our seniors. That's their senior day, and want to make sure we have close out the season on a good note for them.
Yeah, Coach, that sounds like a good plan. We're going to close down our time with you now, Coach. Happy birthday. Go get you something good to eat for your
Thanks.
lunchtime.
Probably just go to the calf, but
And good luck this weekend. Last 2 home games.